You know right, assassinate. Airport and Timaya. Moja nananum shegu edigu on my
corruption na they be a cano. Imagine say corruption and so what bribe. Overpaying somebody for something that is not worth the whole thing. No crampo. Corruption no. You are trying to find a way to justify to dispense money among yourself. And also your corruption no. Now, wa say obiti ho mama ne loan anya grants. And waka say amana chede. Obi yema obi loan na odikoye dwuma no nya ho sika no betuaka. He also feels that when you a bit of a favor, how many people in the country, any amount, omutumi kope loan bi omunyebi. Omunyebi. Oya man is cannot the ayejuma. Umu bi loan, no fee say he's been favored in doing so, no tuyani sika, and now tuyani lower. Now sabi reward no with Russia kahwa. Is it not part of corruption? Obra o manu mu ebi ye adwuma kra o mu pelo ni bi o mu nya bi ebi obi a kira dia be 40 years or retirement and mo bro baby obeda ne di obedi kra mpo e den ma no na omo V8 omo this omo that we are ade adwuma nko a na omo ye wo manu mu a they need to be rewarded so much enunti na mo bia ni bre or bia person okoye politics because omo who say ho this is a place you can get rich quick. Na sa o man yetumi tenase na yesi ya nya pani bi also be protect public purse. Na public purse no o de nsa bom no o chiche no de ko we jiwe ko obakosa na purse no kura na ayera. Purse no be empty. Na fei sa public purse no afei kura be yera na hu bio. We have empty purse to cry on the akoche obi omonje nko na yempe ne kure ohene otise ohene no oye na dwuma ewia say we nipa kura utumi repent. Let's assume I am not actually saying say let's assume what Jesus can be, but he's come to his conscience and said net there. Sa esgrace de mempebio me pamocho edoso dodo mame momfa mu obi foforo ana momfa nye bibi foforo we bone be ne wom. I think he has sent them a clear message say you are over rewarding yourselves and we don't deserve this reward and therefore we need to act cautiously and no ena abo muhu na ayet say omani ewu ena omuntumi enka ho asem ti omde kofa ba bi se ogu aban enu ase aban na said ne say obema the rule of law ene kata isuye ne proye eso abrase intino se aban efa sa mpanimfo nyina etwa ne ho hia na omu hu bibia enye na omu kan na so omu mpeso ombetie na ombefa na obane so de a na says aban no what is the sense of bringing these people around you to advise or to become a counselor or whatever they may be performing with your government? What's the one here? You don't need even to invite the people. But sir, attitude na ye mo bisika no aje dan no wakata so na o master so mo kasama ban no eno na ye friend corruption no bi no. Corruption is not just one way. Say ye disika komo obi na ni pakona aje. But who overpay somebody for something he doesn't deserve, it's also part of corruption. Yen shanonso, ye won nieme pi wo ho economic leakages, ye betumi abo no ye sia no kwan ama ye man no ye ho atoye wo ebi no. That's one of the example.
MELODIES TV on YouTube.
And over incentivizing people performances which are not well deserved to be given such a reward. It's not good. When politics is a sacrificial job, it is a sacrificial job. When you're ready, so be sacrifice don't go into it. even though it has become a career, we have career politicians and said they work career diplomats. Yes, they need to perform. It should be performance incentive only. It's not like the moment you are ordained or you are elected, automatically you are entitled to all this money for doing nothing. It's not good. As a nation, we need to wake up and think carefully and make some changes that will actually benefit the citizens of that country. This is not how we should govern our nations. It's not good. Be mind your problem. You and you may be a little bit of debate discussion about Paul Kagame, who's the Rwanda president, Yabona Basu, Biaka, Rwanda. But in a moral judgment, can tell you that he's no difference. They just have a different attitude. Some of them, they just talk. So who call Jessica for them to give you refugees? Now with the Jessica, that tells you that you are actually reinventing slave trade. Number of us say no mo ba Africa no money ya himfo no ye leaders no any bit this no. In this modern world, there are so many things that we have reformed it and branded it in a different name. And the fact that we have rebranded it, it doesn't change the underlying attitude behind it or another objectives.
Melodies TV on YouTube.
And I say, whatever reason, whether for economic reasons or whatever, and you are exchanging them for cash against their wish. It's slavery. And a bini example of a pay, you are rewarding somebody for something he feels it is morally wrong for his own judgment. We should not actually tarnish his name and image. We should instead praise him and set him as an example for others to emulate and see how we can save some of the monies that we are throwing away. We moral judgment and juma. Maybe they are doing it legally. I also gave an example. One gentleman a little bit debate on this for Kagame issue. I'm commenting. You see, we need to have our moral judgments working properly. And the fact say abide to abide it does not always make it to look like it's not right. So, the amra to me GCKB to say you levy a man for criticize senya abide and a ordinary company be an citizens being imposed with the business trader and can be considered as a theft that he's stealing from the customers or the public. But because it's a law attached to it, we are there say this is the case. And this is a similar issue. The S-Grash anomaly moment. I say they are entitled to it. We feel it's legal form of reward. But if you look at the moral attitude behind it,
Melodies
now
TV on YouTube.
The quantum of the money given in comparison to the service and what the people have provided and how much we need areas that we can actually channel reward to now. It's illegal. And that makes it to be a corrupt rewarding. And it's not very good. It's not everything that the law or legislation has passed it that makes it morally correct. This is one of the examples. As we are taking all this fact, we discuss, we share opinions, but we should take something out of it. We are here to learn from one another. I am not a perfect person myself, but we are all not perfect. So we learn from one another. So let's learn from this chief that has set a precedent that we think it should be copied and people should follow that sort of moral judgment and decide what is right for them. We all need money. But it's not every money that we should just be happy to collect and think we are doing it for good. It's not good. Let's change our attitude and make the generation to come to follow something better.